Hey folks, once again Jim Boy here. I want to show you how to make chicken gizzards and heart, fried chicken gizzard and heart, which will taste very wonderful. Of course, you know you need chicken gizzard, which is preferable. This is what I'd like to use, the gizzard and hearts, alright? And it's very delicious. This is from the package. Now I already washed it and prepared it. I want to show you what I did step by step. Now after washing this with lime juice, and you could use vinegar, put a little bit of salt, clean it up nice, you put it in your bowl, which will be this one. Now I have it in my bowl here. All I did now was I put it in a pan, a boiling pan, and I actually boiled it for let's say an hour. When you boil it, you're reducing the hard texture of the meat itself. Now that's what will give you a nice soft texture inside when you fry it. That's chicken gizzard, very tasty, very delicious. You know, when guys hang out, or even for Cinderella, you could make this for Cinderella or Little Red Riding Hood. But today we're gonna feast with chicken gizzard, folks. Now this is already boiled after 1 hour in the pan. In boiling water, I added a little bit of salt to give it that salty, that tasty texture. Alright, so now after that I put it in this bowl here. This was in the bowl. Now I'll tell you how I got to this point here. I show you how I got to this stage. If you notice, the prepared portion is already nice red and so forth. You want to know how it's like that. Now when I drained when I took this off of the boiling water, I put it in here to cool down at room temperature. Alright, so this is the boiled gizzard, and after this, now what I did with this gizzard to give it this nice brown texture, basically this technically is ready to eat, but you don't want to eat the raw seasoning that I put, so we're gonna fry it. That's why we go to the frying motion of this tasty gizzard. Now into the bowl here with the gizzard, I added some dark soy sauce. This you could get it at any Asian market, folks. It's dark soy sauce, and this gives a very nice dark texture of the meat. Also with this, you're gonna have to add a little bit of cornstarch. Maybe for this amount here, I would say like 1.5 pounds. You add like about 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and when you're done that, now you mix them up together. All you have here is some garlic. Then you're gonna add just a little bit of garlic powder to give it that garlic flavor, and add a little black pepper to give it that texture. Right, so now you mix it up. When I mixed it up, this was mixed up I would say at least 1 hour ago. Then I put it in the refrigerator and cover it. Not necessary, you could use a foil wrap if you wanted, you could, but I used a regular little bowl to cover this meat, and I put it in a refrigerator with corn. So my basic ingredient was a little bit of soy sauce, some cornstarch, some garlic powder, and a little bit of black pepper. Now that's well seasoned. After 1 hour, it's cold, and it kind of digest, I would say, all the ingredients that I put in there. So now this is ready to go. Now, as you know, I'm not a meat eater, so what I do, I'm more of I love my vegetables. So with this, I am using vegetable oil in my wok. I'll go over here to my wok now. This is my wok here, and with my wok, I definitely used vegetable oil, which preferable for this dish here. I use vegetable oil, which is this. You could get this at any grocery store. This give me, because I'm more of a vegetarian, I try to accommodate in my digesting system vegetable oil. Yes. Now I have in my wok here, I make sure the hottest wok. I have about I would say a half a cup, right? A half a cup of oil that I pour in this wok here. Doesn't matter how much oil you got. The more oil you're gonna have a deeper fry. Now my wok is hot, and the way to know that my oil is ready to do its frying process is I will put a piece of meat inside. Once it starts bubbling, I know it's ready. Now meantime the oil is going on, I want to show you back here my preparation. This is going to be so fast. This is the meat here that I got, right? This is the meat. In this bowl I have an egg wash. Egg wash, basically I broke up 2 eggs, put it in the bowl, and I will add you could put regular milk, but my texture of its carnation have this nice it's aroma and a special taste to it, and I would just mix it up a little bit. So this is my egg wash, ready to do my meat. In the meantime, remember my oil is getting very hot in the wok there. So now this is my egg wash. In another bowl I have me let's say a half a cup of flour. That's regular flour. You could boost it up with not salt, because your soy sauce already got salt. You could put a little bit of ground pepper or garlic powder, and the garlic powder. You could combine both together, give it a little texture there. I already have my ground pepper inside, but I'll add a little bit more. You eyeball it, alright? You don't want to really you don't want to make really a ground black pepper gizzard. You want to make a nice texture flavoring gizzard with some garlic powder also. Okay, that's that. Now what we're going to do, I want to mix this together. Alright, mix it up so that it combines with the flour there. Alright, now this is combined here in the flour. This is going to be my flour mixture, and now I will show you the secret to have a nice crispy, well done gizzard. The next step is, what I will do is this. I will take this gizzard here, a piece of gizzard from the bowl already marinated after 1 hour, put it in the egg wash. I'll put it in the egg wash, drain it properly, then put it into the flour. Alright, you want to coat it very nicely. Then after that, after the first coat, I shake out the excess flour, come back to the egg wash. I'm double dipping actually. This will give me a very great texture. I'm trying to get this flour here, so I'm trying to get this done here. Okay, this will give me a very great texture here, as you can see, and I will have, it's a double dipping of egg wash back into the flour, so it gives me a very crispy flavor. Alright, now I'm going to try to get this here as much as I can. I'm going to come back to my plate. This is what one would look like. Nice, that's ready to fry. Now I'll come back here. I'll come back right here now. I like that my camera is all running around with me there. Now back to the egg wash. I'm doing one at a time now. I'm going to take my time, do one at a time. I don't want to rush it, but I just want to make sure I coat every bit of this gizzard. Alright, this is going to take me some time here, but I want to double coat again. This, I'm looking for really a very crispy dish. Alright, a very crispy gizzard that will taste very nicely. This, I put it in my plate. There goes another one in my plate. Now there's another way where we could also do this. I want to do a lot one time so you could see what really how it's gonna be. I may put in my wok I may end up putting about 6 pieces to do at the same time. Now the reason why I put only 6 pieces in the wok is all because I don't want to overcrowd the wok. Alright, I want, this might sound funny when I use the word, I want them to breathe. right? I want them to have space together so that they could bubble both sides, they could breathe. These really need breathing, and that will help me. This will help me from getting the flour loosed up in the oil, and that's another way where you could avoid loose flour in any oil. Let's say you're doing chicken leg, you're doing chicken wings. I know many people, they're overcome by that excess flour dripping all over the oil that they're frying in. Well, this is a way to avoid that. Shake it out, come back here into my plate. That's 3. Now back to the another one. We take another piece, go back into the egg wash, into the egg wash, into the dip, flour dip. Remember, this is already seasoned up with a little garlic powder and some ground pepper. Back to the dip here again. Now this is a I would say not very, but it is a messy process, all right? And you get a better coating when you use only your hands. Trust me, if you use a fork or so forth, it's gonna take you believe me, you're gonna miss spots of coating, so you don't want to do that. Man, this is gonna be a very crispy part. You see how it is? It's coated twice with the flour and the egg wash. Now here I go. I pick up, you choose at this point, choose whatever you want, but make sure you put the meat in the egg wash at first. There's a reason why, also I'll explain that. Why you want to put the meat in the egg wash. The reason for egg wash is egg wash is like a form of glue, especially towards meat, alright? Like if, let's say, you're doing pastry or so, you use egg wash to fold that pastry, that flour. It's like a part of glue. So that's basically what it is. I am just using this not really for an egg flavor. That's why I added a little bit of milk to dilute that flavor from the egg. I'm just looking for a gluiness so that I could stick the flour permanently or securely on the meat. Now, I told you it's a very messy process. You see that? Look at my fingers. But don't mind that. You might have 1 or 2 pieces that will drip on you. Hey, so what? Have fun. Do it. Back to the, okay, this is to the egg wash. Into the flour mixture. Into the flour mixture. Back into the egg wash. Second time. The more you dip this back and forth, the more you coat this, the crispier you get. Now there's a secret here now. Anything that you coat, you don't want to overcoat it. Alright, if you overcoat it with flour, then you're gonna have something, it's gonna be a very tough, you're gonna have a hard texture of flour. It's like eating roti only. You don't want that, alright? So into the egg wash, into the flour, from the flour back into the egg wash. Hope you're following me here. Now you drain this properly back into the flour. Reason why you're going to drain this also, you don't want your egg to be leaking. Yes, you can avoid it too much, but you don't want too much of the egg to drip inside here, right? So now this is it. Now I'm going to show you how to get this fried up right now. I got these. I got about 3 and 3, 6, 7 pieces. Nice. My oil is hot and ready to go. Now what I will do, I will grab my little tongue here. Yeah, they call this tongue. I will lift one after the other. I will turn my heat up high. See, I'll get this wok going here. Turn the heat up high. You want like a medium heat on your wok, alright? Get the medium heat on your wok. Then you take one after the other with the tongue. Bam, you take this. Oh man, you're ready to put this into the wok. Here we go, into the wok. It's ready to fry. There we go. Now, remember I told you about the egg? About the egg wash, avoiding the flour to go all over the oil. Look at that. We have clear flour also without the flour going all over the oil. Alright, now we go back into here, bam, right there. We're going to do it one after the other. I'm going to put all 7 together, and so the process will continue here until, and For the rest of those that I have there right now, I will do it like this until the frying process is done. Now each side is going to take at least me at least I would say, I'm trying to talk here and do everything at the same time, which is good. Each side we're going to let it fry for about at least 8 minutes on each side. When we're done, it's going to be golden brown, ready to eat. And you could eat it with a little barbecue sauce. You could eat it with you could eat anything. You could eat it just like that. Eat with a little hot sauce, all of that. We put the other one here. Now this is going to take, we got a nice medium process going on here. 8 minutes on each side and you're ready to go. Then all I got to do is marinate the rest. And I will show you on the next video now how how it will look when it's finished. Alright, and then I will show you how to share it. Now I can't eat meat. I don't eat meat, so I'm a vegetarian. Alright, so I'll show you. I get somebody to eat it. They will drink their mouth will crinkle. I might even get a little Red Riding Hood to taste this. Alright, remember 8 minutes on each side in the wok. Alright, and when you're done, you're going to have a nice brown texture. You're looking for a nice golden brown. Alright, you don't want to burn it. You want it to be nice. Remember, this is already fully cooked by boiling with seasoning, so you're good enough. Alright, yes, and I'll reach you on the next part to show you how it turns out. Enjoy it.